Right, welcome to this example here where we're going to give a comparison inequality example. Now, a comparison inequality example can be challenging to visualize, and which is why I want to go through a little video of what it's going to look like. And I hope this helps you to solidify how to do a comparison inequality. So here's the example. It says, at a pet shelter, there are at least twice as many cats as dogs. Create an inequality to represent the comparison. All right, so we're doing an inequality. We're going to represent the comparison of the number of cats compared to the number of dogs. Now, for the scenario, I have a couple of things that listed out. We need to define the variables, write an inequality or an equation or inequality. In this case, it'll be inequality. And then we need to determine the domain and range of the situation. If you want to give a solution to the scenario, you gladly can. I'm going to put a graph on here to describe what that solution set would be. Number one, we need to define the variables. What are the two things that we are dealing with in this situation? We are unsure, okay, or our variables are going to be the number of cats and the number of dogs, okay? So X is going to represent the number of cats and Y is going to represent the number of dogs. Now, if you'd want to switch this up and have dogs as X and cats as Y, you gladly can, okay? That is no problem. But in my case here, I'm using X to be cats and Y to be dogs. Now, we need to compare the two of them. We know that for every one dog, there has to be at least two cats. Okay, right? One dog has to be at least two cats. Could be more, but for every dog, there has to be at least two cats. So when we write this out, this is what it's going to look like. Now, this might not make sense to you, and I want to explain it a little bit here, so hopefully it does. If our y value is 1, to make it equal to our x value of 2, we have to multiply the 1 by 2. So we have to multiply the number of dogs by 2 in order to equal the number of cats. It's not which one is bigger and we put a bigger number in front of there. It's saying how can we make the two values equal? So if we have one dog, we have to multiply it by 2 to get 2 cats, okay, and make them equal. So that is why we put that multiplying by 2 in front of there. So when we're doing the comparison, and again, this is going to be a challenging one. It is a challenging one for many students to visualize, but we have to put the 2 in front of the other variable, not the one that has twice as much. All right, now domain and range, because we're dealing with number of animals, we cannot have part of an animal. Okay, we just can't. We're going to have full numbers. We can't have a negative number of animals. So therefore, our domain is going to be whole numbers. So X is a part of the whole number system. And our range is going to be whole numbers as well, because Y is a part of the whole number system. Now, like I said, I'm going to graph out my solution here, and this is what it's going to look like. So everything in that purple region, well, not the negatives at least, but everything else in the purple region is going to be part of the solution set. So anything there is going to work. All right, hope you enjoyed that example. Thank you for watching.